What it is, what it do, how it feels. Welcome to another episode of Room Full of Blerds. I'm glad that everybody is here and is joining us, whether that is live or if you're seeing us in the future. Let us know how things are going. I am your lovely Lady Mandalore. Navy Montel is on site at MomoCon. He might be tuning in a little bit later. I hope to get some, I don't know, a scoop or two about what is going on down at that con. He always finds like random things at these conventions. It always makes me have super friggin' FOMO. How is everybody doing out there tonight? This is the part of the show where I say hello to all of my fellow Blerds. So please, if you guys are in the audience, let me know how you're doing. Let's go motherfucking next. Hey! Super excited about their 10-0 run. That is incredible. Incredible. Never in my life did I think I would be able to utter the sentence. The Knicks are 10-0 in the playoffs. Just blows my mind. But hey, what is going on out there? Hey, Bama, how are you doing, baby? I have not seen you since Friday with the Mandalorian build. I appreciate you for stopping by and pulling double duty between Get Bit and my stream. Barbecue chicken and good, man. Shout out to Tafari TV. He knows the part of the show that this is the part where I tell you people to please like, share, and subscribe in order to stay notified about this lovely little pocket dimension of Blerds, where I go live every Sunday. And if you would like to support the stream, please feel free to buy your girl a coffee. You can do that at click on it. You can do that at buymeacoffee.com/RFOB, and that text is right here because I am a professional. Consummate, always. It's just taking forever to actually load. Wow. Fingers are fat tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There's the link. I appreciate you all. You please do not feel like you have to, but any and all donations and subscriptions, if you want to stay in the know on what's coming down the pipe for Room Full of Blerds, are appreciated. We are going to get right into it tonight. I do not have any comics, and that does make my heart sad. I am planning on doing a little bit of a run, though. I still need to do a couple of reviews. What is it? Monsters We Make. I did not realize it's a whole book. I thought they were single issues. So I am getting started on reading that. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can show that to y'all right now. I do have it in. Nothing happened. It's fine. I do have volume 1 right here. I am going to start reading it this week because I'm actually going to have time. And to keep myself at my word, I'm actually going to open this live on air so that y'all know that it's going to be started. I'm probably going to start it tonight, to be honest with you. It's raised lettering. Oh, the tactile. Oh, sir, Corey Kenshin, you know what you're doing, sir. Clearly. I'm going to get started on that. I'm probably going to give you guys updates as I'm reading the book. I'm very excited. What did you say, Tafari? Funny enough, Corey was at MomoCon. What the shit? Nobody tells me nothing. Good God. And then you tell me on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. How does this help? How does this help me? You people setting me up. God damn it. Bama, you've been trying to start reading it. Good. You know, all it takes is a small start. Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. That is good. Depends on what run you're reading. Let me know if you know where you are in the Amazing Spider-Man run and which author is doing the run. But for tonight, speaking of reading, we have a special guest that is going to be here in less than 30 seconds. I'm giving you some time. We are going to be talking to Charlie Wilson, also known as Cap Diesel of Diesel's Dojo. I hope you guys are ready. We're going to have some fun, and especially because we did a little bit of sports ball talking behind the scenes, and I have not talked sports ball at all in a long time. So I'm very interested to get his take and learn a little something, because he knows ball. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Without further ado, please welcome to the stage the illustrious, I'm in a New York mood, the illustrious Mr. Captain Diesel. What it is? Everybody say.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Welcome to the room. Thank you for making time to come on, and also writing some incredible books and being the co-owner of Echelon Comics. I was very ashamed to not know these details about you, sir.
No, it's all good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh gosh, so please, can you let folks at home or wherever you are know a little bit more about yourself? How did you first off get into the Blerdosphere? What was your gateway drug into all things that are sci-fi, nerdy, magic fantasy?
All right. So for me, grew up watching all the cartoons, Power Rangers, animated series, all that good stuff, played video games as well. I didn't really get into the actual communal aspect of things until 2017, 2018, when I ran into my guy, Otis East. He was at that point the owner of a Facebook page called Nerds of Melanin. And we ended up playing, I ran into him on 2K. We were playing 2K like 17, 18, just randomly. And had a good game. We just ended up running that night and just started talking about nerdy stuff over in the party chat, just like chopping it up, playing the game. And it led to us friending each other on Facebook and him inviting me to the page or the group or whatever it may be. And that's when I realized, oh, wow, there are like hundreds upon thousands of other Black nerds out there. Because for the most part, I only knew the Black nerds that were in my hometown. Myself, a couple of my best friends, maybe like a few people around school. I didn't know it was like as big of a thing as it was until I got on in that Facebook group there. And from that point on, it was kind of just like we went like this. Me and nerd stuff, we're together like that, and did all the regular stuff people did. Read comics, played games, all that good stuff. And then once I found out it was community, I just never looked back.
Nice.
Just engaged in everything.
It's really, I kind of got into it in this almost in the same fashion. I just kind of like stumbled onto the scene. Like I knew we existed. I knew we were out here just because New York is New York, and you're gonna run into somebody that likes the same stuff that you like. But you know, time passes, life happens, college, books, whatever, a pandemic, if you will, and then you magically kind of fall into this community, and you do not leave. You basically got to get jumped out in order to get out of this Blerd community, and we still not going to let you go. We still going to look back and be like, you. I don't want to put you in a corner. You still in, but I don't want to. I'm mad at you right now. What? Okay, Okay, are you talking about Otis from Blerd? Blerd.com? Yeah. Holy shit! Hi, Otis.
That's the homie. I've known Otis for coming on a decade now. Jesus Christ. Or maybe at a decade. Oh, probably close to a decade. Time has been flying by. He getting old. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. Listen, look, you said it on me. I've seen him. He looks great, but he does look tired.
He does too much.
He does
way too much.
He does so fucking much, man. I'll see him, and 2 seconds later he's gone. He's off doing something else. If it's not for Blerd.com, it's some other not secret project, but some other secret project that he's working on. That man he's got fires burning, plates spinning, sharks to tame, all types of stuff. That's ooh, buddy. You in good company. The fact that the two of y'all found each other is amazing. Yay. Happy for
divine timing, man. It was random as hell. I think about that all the time. Like I just randomly came across you playing the game. That's crazy, isn't it?
That's wait, y'all live in this, and y'all live in Atlanta, right? Not Atlanta.
No, he's in Buffalo. He's been in Buffalo, New York for probably almost as long as I've known him, close to a decade. Close to a decade, I think. I could be wrong. You have to let him know, but he's been in Buffalo, New York for a while now.
Why did I think he was from down south?
He's from Chicago. He's from Chicago, but he moved to Buffalo with his girl Felicia a while back now.
That's great. Buffalo. I'm gonna bother him. I'm gonna tease him next time I see him. But so more about your life. Where does your allegiance lie? I know is it just video games and comics? Is there anything else that you're into that you want to...
Any and everything nerdy in all facets of the word: mythology, video games, history, from even in the traditional sense, fiction or nonfiction. Because I'm a undergrad when I went to college, it was essentially sociology. It was like a fusion major, but it was a big part of the sociology. So I love seeing how people affect culture and society and culture affect people, and that whole dichotomy there. But yeah, video games, comics, movies, anime, read manga here and there. I'm not the biggest avid manga reader. I tend to just I'll wait till the anime comes out for me, because I have this dilemma of that I think most nerds have. If you're a well-rounded nerd or blerd, where you have so many things you're into, you can't keep up actively with everything. Yeah. Something has to take a little dip at a time. Yeah. So if I'm locked in with comics or movies or horror stuff, or because I'm a big horror fan as well, then something's taking a dip there. I'm just out of tune briefly with something else.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, we all know your pain. Chat, please, by all means, if there's something that you have not, that you let fall by the wayside, let us know in the comments section, because I'm sure we can all relate. And you can ask your fellow Blerd for an update on whatever it is that you're behind on, because anime has been, I'm stuck.
I'm catching up. I went back and rewatched some old stuff too. So I'm like, all right, I'm at a good point where I'm catching up to my anime.
Oh yeah, no, manga. It's the same thing for me. Like manga, I've been trying to actually get more into, but it's hard. It's hard. They be writing. Can I breathe a little bit? Between that, what is it? What have I been trying to read? Don I've been trying to read, and who else? I finished not Jujutsu, Demon Slayer, which I finished Demon Slayer. Y'all can take that response any way you want to. I do advocate reading. I do suggest reading Demon Slayer, though. It's good for your soul. Ha ha ha. Jokes. Okay. Tell me about Echelon Comics. Where and when did you guys come about?
So Echelon Graphic Novels in itself was started in 2013 by Ethan Murphy. Ethan did the traditional entrepreneurial thing that you've heard of. From what I remember, had a comfortable job, worked at a hospital, doing this tech stuff, and was like, I'm not fulfilled here. I want to really write comics. I want to pursue my passions in doing this writing thing. And he picked up life and went from Virginia all the way over to LA in Hollywood, and was just started up the company there, and just was hitting the ground running, writing comics and just writing as a whole. And he's been doing that since 2013. And I met him, funny enough, through Otis, because Blerd, at that point in time, it was still Nerds and Melanin, did an interview with him for the flagship book, Slate and Ash, is a series that he had did at that point. And through doing that interview with him, we chopped it up after the fact, just playing the game, and me, him, and Otis all just realized, hey, we have a really good chemistry and just really love perspective on storytelling and nerd stuff, whatever it may be. And we just been close since then. But the Echelon's been around since 2013. Ethan's just been trying to backpack it himself, and me and Otis came on way after the fact. Because he is very much so an old man and doesn't know, the social media thing is not, he can write, that's his thing, but the social media of it all is that's not in his wheelhouse, which is why we kind of came on board to help out with some of that stuff.
I feel like that's a lot of writers in general. All I want to do is I don't give a shit about none of this technology, wires, and whatever the hell else it is. I just want to get the idea in my head out onto paper, and maybe if people read it, I feel great about it. But if not, it doesn't matter. That's my book baby. So as long as it goes out into the world, is seen by somebody out in the world, I feel good about it. But marketing, not so much.
It's a whole different animal, brother. Hey, I've been working on it, trying to learn it myself. I think we've had some help along the way, and I think we have a good team now. But initially, it is a whole crazy animal.
Because I was, pardon me, I was going through your IG and I came across the posts about marketing in general that you made. Do you mind like talking about some of the I guess the hard parts that you've gone through, all the way through to things that you've learned or things that nobody, told you about?
Yeah. So for me, first and foremost, I think the difficult thing is going to always come when you have an unknown IP. When you're not able to rest on the laurels of legacy. So if you're not a book that's coming out underneath a DC, Marvel, Image, Banner, any kind of publisher that people know, as far as comics wise, and this kind of goes universally for any product, period. If you're not resting on laurels and legacy, then it's going to be an uphill battle because you have to get people an understanding of what your thing is, what you stand for as an individual, because especially nowadays where companies have political values that may or may not go against your beliefs or in your rights as a person, depending on who it is, people want to know. People want to know what they're supporting financially or just through giving shout outs and things of that nature. So you have to get your message out there and make people understand what your brand is. That was a tough thing, especially when you are doing comics and stories, because it's it all varies between story to story. So that was my biggest thing. And it's more so with Reaper because that was my baby that I was trying to promote and getting out there. And in doing that, I had to, and I've talked about it in that video you were talking about, I had to do two things. I had to, one, come up with a pitch that people could understand and be familiar with. Because I didn't have a legacy to lean on, I tried to use other things that had legacy to compare to my own. So if I know that I have a tone or a vibe or a similar setup to something else, and with my book it was Supernatural and Bleach, okay, cool, let me bring those up in comparison. Because if you're somebody who's never heard of my book, and you just maybe like some of the art, pinups you've seen or pages, whatever it may be, if I tell you it's like Bleach or Supernatural, if you're a massive Bleach fan or a massive Supernatural fan and you're into those subgenres or those genres of shows, you're probably going to be more leaning and more willing to check out what I have to offer as far as that goes. Because the art speaks for itself. The art speaks for itself, and I think the story will. But the tough thing is getting people to check out that story. So you set that good art and then find something to compare it to when you're marketing that thing. And then secondly is just being consistent with the promotion for it. Because I do think, and I talked about it in this video, how I think a lot of the old guard, like you mentioned, that were maybe writers in the early 2000s, some of the early 2010s people, they're used to being able to just write and the publisher take the reins on promoting it, or like shops taking the reins on promoting it. And when in modern day, where anybody can make a comic book, promotion and marketing is such an important thing, and you have to do it yourself. And you've seen some of the great artists and writers right now that have platforms like a Torrin Clark or a Stephanie Williams, the people that have pretty solid social media presences. They cultivated that by just posting consistently, interacting with people consistently. Now you get a boost, obviously, because you're on the DC book and everybody's like want to be a fan of you at that point, but they're still actively engaging and posting stuff to kind of keep that energy and keep that engagement with people that are going to buy their stuff. And I think them doing that is an ingenious thing that writers have to do now. But if you're not doing that, you're kind of just resting on hoping that your writing is so transcendent, or the company that you're working with does such a great job of promoting it that it just does that job for you. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. 9 times out of 10, these companies are putting money behind promotion, regardless of how big you are. It's just it's its own thing. It's its own difficulty and battle to fight. But yeah, it's just consistency and then finding commonalities of other things that are similar to your own.
Do you feel like some of the comic companies are, once they pay you your money, they expect you, the person, the creator, basically get out on that corner and hustle, basically?
To an extent. I mean, I can't speak from personal experience because I've only written for my own independent publisher. I haven't been blessed as of yet to write for a book under a publisher like any of the other ones that we know that are more notable, that have the budget for marketing. But even then, I think that it's not expected, but it's hopeful from what I've understood from interviews I've done. And I think even then, some of the more indie studios that are a little bit bigger, they even do a good job of interacting with their creators, like the content creators that do comic book stuff, where they will go out and say, hey, here, creator, Captain Diesel, we have writer of said book that's coming out around the corner. Would you mind interviewing him so we can help get promo for the book out? And they'll do things like that, which I think is good. And I think that's really a thing that I've only seen indie, like Dynamite, Image, not so much. Volt, I think all the smaller publishers I've seen do that, but the big dogs, for whatever reason, don't, even though they have all the ability to, because of the size of their platforms and the money that they have. And I don't know why, but
which is it's super weird. They each, DC and Marvel, have their own podcasts. They have podcasts. I get frustrated. It makes absolutely no sense. It takes nothing away from them to actually create a platform for these artists. Like I don't understand.
And it's as simple as just making a social media post about the books consistently.
You have people for it. You have a whole department. If you don't have at least one person, you have an entire department dedicated to making sure that people know about these books. I can't imagine I'm getting on my high horse. I'm going off. I'm sorry.
I agree.
We'll come back to that. But the marketing, where did you find the most difficulty? And not even just for yourself, but working with other people and their properties. Like, is it in the pitch of the book? Is it in somebody that is I don't what's the word, introverted? Like, what do you find most challenging, especially because you have to work with a collective of people?
It's just getting people to take a look at it, because I think with stuff like TikTok or Reels is a little bit easier because people don't really have the decision to pick what they're going to look at. They just get scrolled in front of you. It's in your algorithm, and you can go past that. But usually, the big battle is getting people to take that initial look, because something on like YouTube or even Facebook, whatever it may be, where people choose what to interact with and what to see, for the most part, it's a thing of if it's a comic thing, if the art is not like out of this world spectacular,
it grabs you,
and if it's not something that people are interested in, which usually if you're not a Marvel or DC book, or your IP and image that has a lot of notoriety, like a Spawn or a Walking Dead or an Invincible, it's tougher to get people to take that thing in regards to giving it a chance. Because usually we just overlook that stuff. Again, if the art is spectacular and out of this world, and even then the art can be amazing, and it's just not familiar. It's not. I don't know. It depends on the person. Because sometimes, even with like doing stuff for my own books, I try to, if I do variant covers, I try to make sure that the variant covers are varying in styles of the art, because people have different types of art that they prefer. Is that like Ultimate Spider-Man type of like cartoonish style of art? Then you have like the hyper realistic stuff that people want to prefer to see. That's like Berserk almost, and you just never know. And the battle is trying to find something in that middle that can entice the most people that will also be interested in your thing. So I think the biggest battle is really finding your demographic if you are not known well, because I think people at this point kind of know like what kind of stories they expect from certain people if you're not big Marvel, because Marvel DC obviously has the room for dichotomy within that, but certain publishers have things that they sway. Like Dynamite is usually more comic book oriented in what they do. They do a lot of like the shows they do a lot of old cartoons that turn them into comics, like Ben 10, Thundercats. Like that's their bag for the most part. And they have different things here and there, but that's like the main thing for them is the cartoon adaptations, for what I've noticed. And then stuff like a Dark Horse or a Mad Kid that tend to do more like horror-esque books, and Mission Press to an extent as well. Yeah. So finding your lane and then getting people to understand what it is you offer, so they can come back more and more and more is people give it a chance. It's a tough thing. I've rambled a lot, but that's essentially what it comes down to. Long story short, is people taking a chance on what you have to offer.
Have you noticed a shift at all towards independent, like even, and I'm not even talking like Image. For me, Image is like,
they're not indie in my mind at this point anymore.
At this point. Okay, like they're so big right now. They're so big. They are. I feel like they're on the level of Marvel and DC, but kinder when it comes to paying their creators a little bit, at least. But their marketing is also something left to be desired, in my opinion. I don't know what. I can't decipher that, but back to my original thought. You see a shift towards, like, even the Kickstarter. Kickstarter's getting funded at $20,000, $10,000 at a pop. There are people that want to see it and have the money to fund it, but you see like the numbers of people actively going out of their way to pick up these books.
More so than the past, yes. I mean, I wasn't around in the scene like 10 years ago, so I can't speak to like the distant past of how things were. But in the limited time I've been around and participating in this stuff, I can say yes to an extent, because I do think there's always been frustration with certain stuff from Marvel and DC from books wise. I know like a lot of the Spider-Man fans have been complaining about Spider-Man books for like 5 to 10 years now at this point, on how they feel like it's bad or gone, whatever it may be. And usually people just say, you know what, I hate it, I'm going to keep screaming into the ether, but I'm still going to keep buying the thing. But I do think that there is a bigger push in the indie side of things, more so because there's been a lot more adaptations that have been greenlit in regards to indie stuff. And I think that even in the past, when there was indie stuff that was out there that was adapted, people didn't know that it was an indie comic book. Like, I don't think people understood V is for Vendetta was a comic, or The Walking Dead was a comic. They just see the shows and just assume they were just like shows that somebody wrote. But when you are, I think Invincible and like The Boys were the two that really, really pushed it heavily. Now you have people that that don't really read the comics, but they will read into people that watch videos of people that did read the comics. But I think even then, that is a step forward from where it was beforehand, of not even know it was a comic to begin with.
Yeah.
But I think as more adaptations come out and more people that spread the word of this adaptation being a comic at one point is going to do wonders. Like, I think going forward, Exquisite Corpses got greenlit for a show. The Beauty just came out as a show that was pretty solid from Ignition Press. Sex Criminals. I heard about that getting adaptation, and I went to read. I've been binging that book like the last week. I'm almost done with the 30 issues of it. It's amazing. And I think as more and more books get adapted, especially in the era where I think a lot of Marvel and DC stuff is kind of getting one is exclusive to Marvel and DC, to Disney and Paramount. So I think you start to see a lot of studios like 20th Century Fox, maybe Paramount to an extent, start to look for more like niche, more diamonds in the rough that are out there, because there's a million different comics that can be adapted into amazing shows and movies, but it's just a matter of taking the chance on them.
Bitterroot. It would be great. It would be great if they could pick up. Wait, no, that is getting picked up. Actually, I spoke.
They get adapted.
I think it is with what is this woman's name? Riley from the Boondocks.
Regina King?
Yes, Regina King, and I think, oh my gosh. I'm having an old person mind right now. I'm so sorry.
I didn't know that. That'd be fire. Virginia King was part of that. That's fire.
I think she's going to be in it as well as being a producer. And I cannot, Lord Tafara, I know you watching from up above. I need you to give me an alley-oop real quick. Oh my God, director, Black Panther. Yes. Right.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty certain.
Is he directing or is he just producing on it?
I think it's part of producing.
Okay. I was about to say, if he's directing that,
if he directed that, bruh. I want him to so bad. I know he's got other fires that he's got going, but even if he did one episode, even if he did the last episode, like reading that book, oh my god. I think he's gonna do fine, because I know he produced the Eyes of Wakanda joint in Marvel, and that was an amazing series. So he's fine. I don't know how much involved he is in regards to production, outside of maybe networking a little bit with it and kind of connecting dots for people, or even just helping get stuff funded. I don't know what the extent of that goes. But if he's involved in any extent with him, Regina, I think it's gonna do really well. It could not be, even their worst efforts towards that book, it would still be platinum in my mind. It would still be platinum. Good. She don't pick losers either. I have yet to see Regina pick a bad movie show to be in, and Ryan, batting 1,000. He ain't missed yet since Fruitvale Station. Nothing that he touches. Anyway, going on too long about that. Where do you want to? You know what? I'm going to save that question for later. Let's talk about some of your books.
Okay.
My favorite is coming up first. I need to talk to you about Reaper.
Okay.
Where did you come up with the idea for this? And do you have the cover that you can show just for people?
Yeah, I got a couple covers actually. If you pull them up here on my end.
Gimme.
Reaper. I bet. Let me go to my personal folder here. Arts.
Well, no, I was gonna say while you're looking, can you tell folks about it? I talk about it all the goddamn time. I feel like, but I feel like coming from the person that created it, it just sounds better.
Yeah, so Reaper is a story that started a while ago, honestly, for me. And I got the 4 covers pulled up here. So this is the A cover that everybody will see. The B cover is the Janoi Lindsay one, the artist for Absolute Green Lantern right now, did this cover for me.
And this one's my favorite. Not gonna hold you.
It's my favorite too. I'm not gonna lie. me asking him to do this was a long shot in the dark because I just loved his art for that book, and I shot him a DM and didn't hear back for like 2-3 months, and I was already like in production for like the other 3, and this is the C cover here. I thought I enjoyed this one as well, and then this is the B cover that I got Donkey Kim to do. He did a couple variant covers for I think the Battle Bee stuff at Image, and he did some other work that I'm blanking on right now. But yeah, Janoi hit me back like halfway through all the other ones being ready to be produced. And I was like, well, I can't say no now. Like, I know I've already put money into all these other ones, but I'm going to find a way to find this grounds money together to get him to do this cover because it would just be amazing. And as we talked about it, like getting that art that's undeniable is a good way to get people to check the book out. And even at my LCS, I did like a consignment here at Oxford Comics, Games, and Collectibles in Atlanta where I don't sell some of the books in store and I'll just get a big cut of the profits for when they make a sale. They'll let me know, like people will come back there. It's been selling really well there. For people that's seen it off the shelf, or there's been a handful of people that they know that said it come like they drove in because they saw a video about it and they came in and picked it up. But I think a lot of it has to do with the cover art. And from what I've heard, the Donkey Kim cover and the Janoi cover are the 2 that just sell the best there. Obviously, because these are just 2 like consummate professionals. Like the other 2 guys are amazing artists in their own rights, and they've done other stuff as well. But these 2 just have done a lot more comic work, so that's probably why these sell the best, in my opinion, personally. Plus, it's just smooth. I like this one so much.
They're all for me. They all catch my eye. But I'm also like not an art head, so anybody that can do something where they do more than just draw a straight line, they have my utter and complete admiration, as I can't even do that. So for me, all of these covers got me, and I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little bit sad because I'm like, oh, there are 4 issues out. Let me hurry up and get one. And I'm like, oh no, they're 4 covers. But I say that to say, I've been asking you for that second book, and I mean that shit. As soon as you finish, I want put. It
is on the way. Like we are. Well, I won't show everything here, but issue 2. So I have covers and stuff planned out up to issue 6.
I'm gonna put it down. You let me know when you.
Yeah, I ain't got something crazy. Just the cover art for it. Okay. I got the cover art for it done already. I got 3 covers done for this one. So the A cover. This is gonna be the A cover. The first one did so well that a guy by the name of Genrico Bonacorsi, he liked a post about issue 1, and because initially I saw like a verified like link liking, I was like, who the hell is this? And he still is. He's a cover artist, and I think he does maybe some of the interior work for the Gunslinger Spawn stuff right now at Image. And I was like, going into my inspirations for Reaper, like Spawn and the art style that not Jim Lee, I'm blanking on the artist name on the top of my head. Oh my gosh, the OG Spawn artist. It'll come back to me later. But McFarlane, like that whole style, that really sharp gothic look was what I wanted to go for initially, for some of the cover art especially. And I was like, it just felt like divine timing that a guy that's on top of this production team right now liked it. So I'll pay the pretty penny, but I got a painted cover. I wanted a really heavy painted cover.
Albert Francis?
No. Well, he did work, but that's not who I'm thinking about. The name, when I hear the name, it'll come back to me.
Okay.
But he did this. He painted this one for me, and then the same guy that did the A cover for Reaper, I had him come back and do another thing because he tends to do really well with anime adaptation covers. He does a lot of like fan art mashups, and I was a massive Death Note fan, so I kind of did like a Death Note inspired cover. I had him do that for me, and this is the the C cover for it this time around. And then shout out to Midnight Comics, because I wanted to make sure that I got a Black artist to do the book, do a cover on it. Because initially when I went to make the book, I wanted to get like an entire Black creative team for it. But I was just searching online. I didn't find anybody that either would respond back to me or nobody I could find. And going into this, I had made a lot more connections within the space. So I hit up my homies Lloyd and Tashi over at Midnight Comics, and they recommended the guy Dondon Benjamin, who killed this cover. I love this cover so much. And this one was inspired by me being an avid fan of the Witchblade series. Image right now. I've been binging that. Shout out to Mark Reed Bennett and everybody that worked on that team. The art, this is a particular panel that this is inspired from as far as that goes. I just loved it. And it's also inspired from the Bloodletter book that Joseph Illitz was working on as well with Image, that came out with a 5-issue series that dropped. I think the trade for it came out recently.
I was like, I know I saw it at the comic book store recently. Yeah.
So Spawn and like the Spawn aesthetic and that gothic horror, gothic action aspect was something that was a big inspiration for me for going through Reaper. And I kind of wanted to kind of have that kind of just showcase stuff a little bit in the energy. And I think this cover in particular was inspired by the Miles Morales Ultimate Fallout appearance in the Ultimate Universe, like his first book that he debuted in. Where you got like the cover of him just like holding the mask. So I kind of tried to imitate the composition a little bit, but also do like my own thing and be innovative with it when I was giving this out to different artists to do. But the cover art is like I love cover art, because I think that is the thing that is the gateway to people checking out your book, but also it's just fun. Cover art is just fun.
Yeah. I mean that's what pulls people in. You're looking at the cover. All you're doing going through the comic book store, if you're still so lucky, is looking at the covers and whatever catches your eye first. Aside from the things that you've already picked up that you got on your pull list, you automatically get pulled into. Maybe you accidentally read the entire thing after that, but the cover art is the first thing that you're going to see. That's your introduction and your first impression of what you're going to be getting into.
I'm working on getting some stuff, the cover art, because I've got a cover art at bare minimum done for up to issue 6. I think issue 3 is the one I'm getting currently worked on.
I'm sorry. You've got 6 issues in the tank?
I have 3 written out already. Issue 3 is written, and issue 2 is getting it's in the coloring phase right now. But I have like the entire first arc of the story, the first 10 issues I have storyboarded out. I just have to go through and finish writing them out. And I've been trying not to burn myself out and how to just take my time with it. But I've this is the cover. It's the cover art for issue. It's issue 4.
He's going through. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to make sure that I had more consistency with the style and tone of the covers going forward. And this is my boy. These are some variant covers for this issue 2. My boy Eater Messias. He's the current. Funny enough, he's doing some work for my boy Ernie for his book Black Adams. But Eater was one of the artists that worked on the Black Panther 60th annual for Black Panther, and he also did, I think, the first issue for the Supernatural comic that Dynamite has out right now. And he did some variant covers for me for Reaper and whatnot.
Sir, the connections? How? Okay, and this isn't even from. I'm never gonna make it. I think about writing for a comic, and then something shiny and sparkly takes my attention. So this is for all the people that are out there that are watching that need to be put up on game. Do you do anything? Or do you think you do anything different from anybody else when you're asking for people to do cover art for your book? Okay.
Half the time I should be in my. Well, that's one thing I learned. Even some of the biggest artists out there, if they're free, they got time, because usually they're so talented, it doesn't take them a lot of time to do stuff. And they're throwaways for most people, especially if you're indie, is amazing still. In my mind, I'm not saying they're doing half-ass work. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying how fast they get the stuff back to me just feels bro, there's no way that you're able to get something this quality back this fast. So this has to be you just you're so good, you can just get something out real quick and it looks this good. Because usually I'm getting stuff back. Maybe I think Janoy was the only one that was really under time crunch. I think he was still actively doing absolute real interest stuff, so he was under a harder deadline. So that took a little bit longer. But all the other artists that I've had worked on cover art for this stuff, they get back pretty quickly. And I just shoot a DM. I think Eater with Marvel, he was a little bit of a special one because he'd been working with Ethan. Pretty much discovered Eater for the most part with Echelon.
Mm.
He was working with Eater when he was like really young, like I think a teenager at that point, and gave him some of his opportunities early on. And he just parlayed some of the work that he did with Echelon into getting some more bigger opportunities with Marvel and stuff down the line, where he started doing a lot more Marvel stuff. So he'll come back and work with us. We'll set up clients up with him sometimes, and he'll give a discount if you work through us with him, just for the factor of he's family at that point.
Oh.
So there's certain artists that Ethan just met a while back that just rock with because it was just he treated them well. Because that's the big thing was we try to make sure we treat artists that work with us very well, and in doing so, they just tend to be like a really good family-like relationship in regards to how we kind of treat each other as far as that goes.
That's 90% of business. Like, just don't be an asshole. Like, as long as you're not an asshole, your business, word of mouth about you is going to have people knocking down your door. You're gonna always have people that never want to leave. It's important. Don't be a dick. In the words of Black Spartan, don't be a dick. We'll all be cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry, hon.
Well, no, I don't do nothing different. I literally just shoot a DM, give the quick pitch for the book, and ask them, hey, would you mind doing a cover? And my big thing is just paying them the rates. I say, hey, whatever you want to charge, if you want to charge $700, if you want to charge $100, just please give me the due diligence of letting me pay you in parts, because I still work a full-time job. And for the most part, usually the artists are pretty cool with that. I think it's a little shaky initially. They've never known you, or you don't have any kind of like reputation. So it's like, can they trust you? But usually once you get that first cover done and they know that they can trust you to actually pay them on time, hell, sometimes I'll even just finish it up beforehand. I'll just pay them in increments. So it is, again, you just gotta have that good working relationship and just work in good faith. But yeah, I got cover art done up to like issue 6 that I'm getting actively worked on. I just gotta sit down and finish writing past issue 3, because I have the issue 3 script all the way done. It's done. Okay.
All right. So let's talk about, I guess, what inspired you to start. I think I asked you, but I don't know if we got into it. What? Oh no, we didn't. I'm sorry. I'm going back through it. I was just looking at all the pictures. I got distracted. I'm so sorry. So in writing the book, finally have it down. You've got it out. What made you decide to put it up on Kickstarter?
It was just, again, I'm poor. I'm broke. I'm giving it a buck.
Aren't we all?
That was the thing of like, hey, people enjoy this thing, they can back it. And then I think at that point, before I even put my own book up on Kickstarter, I like backed a couple that I thought were cool. And I was like, oh, I can get in early on something that looks amazing. And I feel like I'm a bigger part of that thing happening because I was able to help them make the book. Like, you didn't just need me to get the sale done, but I helped you be able to create that book. So for me, it just felt like a more intimate thing that I thought was dope. I think I backed like 8 Kickstarters at this point now, because I went a little crazy and spent way too much money and just saw cool book after cool. Like, literally, I'm like a child in a candy store. I just, ooh, piece of candy. This looks good, and this looks good. And I've had even for some of them, I've had the amazing honor of like the creators, or either through me hitting them up or them asking me to cover it, where they'll send me an early copy of it ahead of time and I'll like do a video for it or something. And then I only review books that I thoroughly enjoy. So if I thoroughly enjoyed the book, I'm going to back it on Kickstarter. It just only makes sense for me. I don't want to. What point does it make me to cover it and promote it and not back it myself? Right. So most of those books I've backed, and it's a whole thing. But Kickstarter, I just thought and think still that is an amazing tool for creatives as well as people that want to support creatives directly and cut out a lot of the corporational aspect of things and that red tape. I feel like there are some people that are kind of down on Kickstarter, and I don't know the reasons. Anytime I come across somebody that's like, I really like Kickstarter, I can't give them to give me a reason as to why they won't do it. Is it, if it was you and you were saying no, do you have any things that would hang you up with doing a Kickstarter, or anything that you can think of that would, and I don't ask this to get you like put off of it, but just for people that don't know? I think the only thing I could point to are one price point if they feel like I can't afford to support a book, because I don't think they understand how it works fully, where they'll see a final goal or what somebody's trying to raise and assume that that's how, like, you have to pay a bunch to get in on that to help back it, versus knowing, hey, yeah, it's a $3,000 final goal, but there's a $30 tier you can support it with, or a $20 tier sometimes. Hell, depending on the book, even a $5 tier to really get in on it and get what you want out of that. And if not that, maybe just the idea that it takes a while to get that thing you back. I think people, I think instant gratification is a big thing still in culture right now. So the idea of backing this book and then not being able to get your hands on this book for like 2 to 3 months, depending on where they are in the process, because some Kickstarters are trying to raise funds for a book they've already made. Some can't make the book without the Kickstarter funds. I know usually for both of mine, I know I'm going to pay for it out of pocket anyway. I just ask for help to cover the stuff, just because I don't want the Kickstarter being the sole thing that stops me from doing my dream. So I kind of just do it that way. I'll be poor in the meantime, but it's going to happen. So I think there's just those little things, but even then, I think it just comes down to the end of the day, how big are you in supporting indie stuff and putting your money where your mouth is. I do think there's a lot of people that say they have issues with Marvel or DC or just corporations in general. And then when you get a chance to support something at the ground level, that is especially at the quality of something like that, but not in that same red tape or all the crazy stuff going on in regards to having to be subservient to a board or a council or investment board or whatever it may be. Show up.
Yeah.
You gotta show up there.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy. Again, it's even difficult for somebody that's starting a Kickstarter because you have to promote that thing heavily because they only give you a certain amount of time for it.
I think that's more. I guess that's more towards what I meant by asking that question. I feel like people don't want to put in the effort because we were talking about writers in general. A lot of writers are like, I don't do market, or I don't see the need to do. I've literally heard somebody say this. I don't see the reason why I need to do marketing. I'm sorry. How, Sway? How? Who's gonna read your book if you don't tell people about the book? And it's got to be.
I think it's the old head mentality. I think it's that old head thing of like, oh, a poster or a billboard or a shout out is enough to get this thing moving. But I'm like, brother, you're in a social media age where people's attention spans are already finite. And there's so many other forms of entertainment and products out there that can take attention away. You have to be on it in regards to getting your thing out there all the time. And even me, I feel like I do a lot. And even then, I feel like there's more things I could do to promote stuff that I have going on. But it's just, for me, it's just fatigue of like doing too many things. But if comic books is your only thing you're doing, you're not doing content creation or you're not doing anything else, brother, every single day you need to be getting something out there about your stuff. If that's the only thing you're doing, you got to find ways and creative ways to get it out there and talk about it and whatever it may be. Because if you have the time and energy, do it. You got to do it every single day.
Pardon my New York City background is coming into full effect. Gotham is on fire. Batman is on his way. Hopefully the fire trucks can beat him there this time before he puts it out for them. Anyway, I think that it's curious to me that people still don't see the benefit of, I guess, the free marketing that social media is. But I can also see why they would be annoyed, especially with the whole algorithm suppressing your content or not giving you the reach that you deserve, especially if you're new. Do you have any, do you have any tips for people that are like trying to break through in order to reach more people as far as marketing goes, especially in the age of nobody wants to fucking read? I feel like that is a big war that we're fighting, but we can get past it. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think it's going to sound crazy initially, but steal. Look to see what other people are doing to promote their books, especially if they're successful, and see in the ways that they're approaching what you can steal. For me, I would see other creators. I think someone that he did an amazing thing with his Kickstarter right now for Scion and Mark Brandy and Crimson Sleeper Studios. He did an amazing job at making sure he was getting stuff up like every damn day about Scion. He did a great job of promoting the pre-launch page even before they kicked off, and the way he talked about his book was really well done. So I looked to see, like, okay, what did he do? What does he do in his approach that I can take, but also put my own flair on it? I know that I do YouTube stuff and I try to present things in a sociological framework usually, so I can take his approach and how he structures the videos and apply my own little spin onto it. And I think that worked really well with Reaper issue 1, because I think that's still the best-selling book at Echelon over the last couple months, and it's been doing really well in online stuff and as well as like in shop. But I'm just trying to work on making this something that can be replicated for every Echelon book is what we have to do going forward. Which is, again, there's more work I had to do on my part, but It's again, just to see what people do. Your favorite, whether it be DC, Marvel, Image, Valiant, not Valiant, I ain't gonna shout them out right now. They be fucking up. Dark Horse, Mad Cave, whatever it may be, whatever they're doing, see what you can do in that standpoint, and also understand who your niche is for that particular book. If you know you're doing like a sci-fi book, hey, look to see what other sci-fi books are doing well and see what they're doing aesthetically to kind of match that.
Those ain't nothing wrong with sealing if it worked. Nobody's gonna complain about it.
Because they probably stole it from somebody else. Like in my mind, there's no new idea under the sun. It's just a matter of how you put your own creative spin on it and tell your story in regards to it.
Agreed.
Again, Reaper is not crazy original. Again, if you watch Bleach or you've watched Supernatural, you'll see the same general the themes and tonalities in it. But there's going to be a lot of original things that I bring to the story from my own life that's going to make it mine versus seeing it somewhere else. Yeah,
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not watching Supernatural. I have yet to see I've watched 4 episodes of Supernatural. I get it. It's not for me. But give me that Reaper. Give me that Reaper immediately. Can identify with it. Not to say that the show is bad, it's just not for me. I'm in no way a show that has been on for like 20 fucking years. I'm sorry, it has to be a good show. Whether you can take my word for it or not. But I completely agree with you. Sage advice, children, please pay attention. I'm asking these questions for y'all. I swear to fucking God, I'm asking these for y'all, so y'all can put some shit out there. Y'all know how I feel about certain publishers that begin with M or D.
Hey man, say man, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Not at all. No. We don't get into it. Where do you see? I don't want to. I was going to ask you, where do you see Reaper going?
I already got it. It's going to be 30 issues and probably be done. Because I have everything storyboarded out. Just a matter of like me finding time to write the scripting for it. And I'm trying to make sure and be intentional about taking my time on it, because I do know that I'm very much so like raw and new into writing comics as a whole and just writing as a whole. So I'm trying to make sure I'm doing other people, because I think I killed that one. But that's why I'm trying to make sure I'm pacing myself with this and also writing other stuff, because I have another 5-issue horror series that I'm working on right now called Oscarville. That is an incredible challenge for me that I'm working on, but I feel like I need to do it. It's one of those stories that it speaks to me that I have to do. I have to get it done.
Was it inspired after, not inspired by, but were you inspired after seeing Sinners to put a little something on it?
To an extent. So the idea more so just came because I'm a native Georgian, so I think all of us have heard about Lake Lanier our entire lives in regards to how haunted that lake is and all the white folks that go on it and pass away or disappear, whatever it may be. And once I heard, like for the 15th time, about the town that was underneath it before, because it was essentially Oscarville is another story, an age-old story of towns like Tulsa, Oklahoma, whatever it may be, where it was a foundational Black town that was there where it was thriving. White folks came in and said, hey, we want your land, we want you out of here. And they took the land and eventually flooded the entire area and turned it into Lake Lanier. So the idea of like generational curses or white fragility or white guilt, things like that, are things I want to kind of touch on with the story. But I know it's going to be difficult for me, for one, because I am a man. I only view things from a male perspective, and I have both the main characters for this are going to be 2 women. So making sure that I'm doing my due diligence of doing research and making sure that I'm writing this as organically as possible, making sure that the editor I have on it is also a woman, and passing around the different women that I know that can, just do a quality of life check to make sure that I'm not trying too hard to sound like a woman or do this certain thing, or making sure things feel organic by having people look at it. Or even then, this is like a very complex story that I want to make sure I'm taking my time with. And me reading, funny enough, a big inspiration for me wanting to write it was reading through Crownsville in Philadelphia by Rodney Barnes, because those just really inspired me. And seeing how concise 5-issue stories can really be, in reading through a lot of stuff from Doug Wagner, who does he has the Plastic Verse with Image right now. There's a lot of horror stuff. And so again, all this is just coming from just me reading a lot of comics. I think for you to be really great in your field, you just have to participate in your field. I have to be a fan of what I'm writing as much as I am just trying to make the product.
So number one, thank you for having a woman look at your work and be like, "Hey, yo,
Yeah,
this ain't it," or no, you got it. Keep going with this. Don't you on the right path. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated because I will be honest. Some of y'all don't be getting it, and it be chapping my ass.
which
Chapping my ass a little bit. Lainey also says she appreciates it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Shy. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, that's another one. Her stuff with Fumes, like she's an amazing writer. Shy is an amazing writer, and stealing some stuff for her, how she presents stuff is amazing. Again, I'm a fan as much as I am a writer.
Good. I mean, please. I mean, we can only get inspired by people that make the stuff. There's nothing wrong. Like, I will gush. All y'all, everybody I'm so happy about this space because it's given me so much hope in the talent and the stories that are out there. There are stories that I had that Stephanie Williams, her stories bring me.
I know how to get out about Stephanie now. I don't play by Stephanie.
Stephanie girl.
Hey man. Hey, I already know what you mean. You all good.
See, look, mutual love.
Appreciate it.
Mutual love. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna run through these comments real quick. Shai says Crownsville is insanely good. She also said, shout out to you for planning on having a sensitivity reader. That's the word. Yeah. See, look, that's the secret words. Sensitivity readers. It's really important, super important to have people on your team to tell you, you're going in the right direction, and to have trust in your team too. I think a lot of people forget that you need people around you that, yes, will read your stuff. That's great, but you also want honesty. But also in that, you need to trust their form of honesty as well. And I think that's really hard. It can be really hard to find, especially if you don't trust yourself in your selection process. There's so many layers to picking a team for anything. Politics. And
it's easy to get defensive. I think writers and artists, you're going to get defensive inherently by your own stuff. But I think understanding that you're asking for critique, so don't be offended when you get critique back. But 3, the standpoint of you've seen, like for me, I've seen books of white men writing black characters and seeing how that can be seen. So I can't be a hypocrite and criticize that, but understand that, hey, I'm not a woman. I'm not going to understand how women always think or proceed in certain situations. I've been blessed to have a million great women around my life, but I'm only observing. I can only have empathy. I can't be in that moment and 100% feel that. So I have to, what's the word? Defer to other people I know that can give me that, just make sure I'm on the right track of explaining that or portraying that in that way.
I apologize. I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's something.
You good. Hey, I know.
As long as it's not my shit that's on fire. As long as it's not my building that's on fire, we good. But
yeah. And funny enough, I got the covers for Oscar done already too. I'm in my process, the way my brain works, I always get covers done first because it gives me motivation to actually follow through on writing the story. It's that whole idea of like, if I spend money on it, I don't want to waste money now. So if I got the covers already done, I got to write the story at some point.
Yeah. You don't want to. No. If you put all that effort into it, you have to produce something at that point. That is a large investment of time. And still money, because side hustles are a thing. You could be making money on the side doing something else besides just writing a book. What did you say, Rev? Woo. I love that he's considering the subject of his art. I also believe that you don't 100% have to be from the community to write about it, though. Just don't be mansplaining, but honor. He's doing it right. Yes, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's noticed. I promise it's noticed. And yep, and M Shy said you right on time, Rev. You right on time. Oh wait, that is also why we need to be in the room to greenlight our stories in these publishing houses. Yes, can you hear what the people are saying? Hire a sensitivity writer. Hire people to tell you that this is okay, or go further. I feel like there are a lot of these stories that are being told without us being in the room. They try to say something on our behalf, which stop doing that. But they're also afraid or don't know how to go deeper into the stories that they're trying to tell on our behalf.
It's funny because, and I learned this more when I interviewed Doug Wagner recently. These sensitivity writers exist for other things. Like he's working on right now he's working on a book, a Cyberpunk 2077 book for Dark Horse, and there are people from CD Projekt Red, the gaming, the company that does the game. They're there to make sure that the dialogue he's writing is accurate to the game universe, because they have a very particular lingo and vernacular how they speak in that game. So he's trying to make sure that he's saying things or writing things that would make sense in that world. If they can do that for that and other universes that are like that, or I think you did a thing with World of Warcraft, but that was a thing as well. If these studios can do that, why can't you do that for books that are going to be heavily feature other ethnic backgrounds? I don't understand why that's not a consistent thing.
No, it takes nothing away from what you're doing. We need you to say it in this manner because you think you're talking this way, but you're not. There's this undertone of whiteness that is going to be perpetuate throughout your book, because you don't know how we talk to each other. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. We getting off topic, but we
no, you're all good.
We gonna come back. Let me see. What if Miles was? Oh no, yep. we not going to hell tonight. Okay, let's not go to hell. I want to talk about this next book from your partner, Ethan. Mm-hmm. I want to say
Ethan
more. Murphy. Thank you very much, because I will.
I feel you. I'm not really into it. I'm horrible with names.
Divine Intervention.
Divine Influence, but yes.
I'm shy. Sorry. I'm sorry. No. We're gonna fit. Right. So again, I reiterate, I'm terrible with names. But it's called Divine Influence. Just kidding. Ethan Murphy. So I was going to talk about another series from y'all's library, but the art, again, the cover on this is insane. I was like, oh wait. Oh, wait a moment. I'm sorry. I was incorrect about which one I wanted to talk about, and then I'm gonna show it, the cover for you.
Yeah, I got it pulled up right here.
Yeah. There we go. Stop. Tell me, and then the whole thing.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think the pitch that Ethan gave me for this was The Last Airbender meets, what did he tell me? Oh my gosh, I'm talking about it's a while back. I know The Last Airbender is like a big inspiration for him on this, because he, like, The Last Airbender is like his thing that gives him a lot of like creative energy and love. Like, he loved Last Airbender, so this show is kind of based on that in a way. And I think Supernatural, funny enough, may have been partially a name. And you got to talk to him to know for sure.
It makes sense. That makes sense. That tracks. Like just reading this one, that tracks 100%. What is it? What's his name? Is it Ezekiel in the
Azrael?
show?
In the show.
Yeah.
Azrael? No, you might have Supernatural itself.
Yeah.
Castiel.
Yeah.
Castiel, yeah.
That's exactly what I get out of this first issue. I know something about Supernatural. I know a little bit. I don't know everything. I do know.
Hey,
this book is just fucking gorgeous. This book is gorgeous. And then the story, full of what the fuck, but what do you mean? But what do you mean it's the whole, what do you mean she's the thing? She's the thing? She's the birthday. What? What do you mean? Literally, she is the birthday. What? I don't mean to put you on the spot. I know this is not your baby. What?
No, I love it though. This is I told Ethan, because even before I got involved with Echelon at all whatsoever, like way back in the day, this is I think either mid-pandemic or like right after, because I was still in college at this point. And I asked him like, hey, I want to buy like 2 or 3 books, and he sent me this, Screen Boy, and I think he sent me the trade paperback for Slade and Ash. But Divine Influence I fell in love with. Just for me, if y'all can tell by Reaper, like I love the gothic nature, or not gothic nature. What am I trying to say here? I love playing around with the concept of God and Judeo-Christianity and those things like that. So things like supernatural, things like this are things I really love. And then I love the design and artwork for this book in particular as well. So this is my favorite book. This like I'm a fan of under label that I've read through a couple different times. And funny enough, Ethan's in production for issue 2 now. Like we were talking about it the other day. He's finally like getting issue 2 in production, because he came out with this a while ago. I think maybe like 2015, 2016-ish, maybe. I could be wrong. He had to let you know. He can correct me on that. And I've been on his ass about, because funny enough, for me to make Reaper, he was on my ass about Reaper for like months until I got it done. And this one I was like, hey big dog,
but you,
I need
what
my
about
book.
you?
Put my book in my hand. I need my book.
Okay. What can you tell us, like just a broad stroke about this story? I don't want to give anything away there. But I want people to read this book. This first issue got me. I will let y'all know. I just read this book, and I had all the faces and all the oohs and the what you mean, but what? Who is that? Oh shit, you done fucked up. All of that.
So this book is roughly going along the lines of following the traditional Judeo-Christianity story of like Lucifer looking to take over heaven, his fall from heaven, and what comes of that. And you're essentially seeing a world where God is missing, essentially. And nobody knows why, nobody knew why. And going through this story, you're seeing fallen angels all fighting over this baby that's been discovered, because we've discovered this baby to be God reborn. Like this is the second coming of God born in this child. And there's this like power race to try to get control of this baby, because if you have control of this baby, obviously you have control over the power of God. So you're gonna like going through this first issue and the future issues, you're gonna kind of discover like what led to the details of Lucifer wanting to take over heaven and the downfall of that, as well as finding out what's going on with God being in this baby, because God was apparently killed during the war. There's a big, massive angelic holy war, essentially, with all the angels that Lucifer brought up on his side of things versus the angels of heaven or whatever it may be. So that's what from what I remember reading it, and also like picking Ethan's brain later on after the fact, just a fanboy. That's what I remember for the most part. It's an arms race to get this baby.
Okay. I don't. Let me see if I can pull up any of these images before. I don't want to fuck up.
Matter of fact, I think I have like pin-up poster images that he had made for a while back, actually, that will give some insight into it without giving too much of it away. If I can find,
let me hide it.
The marketing documents. Okay. Where are they?
I think. Okay. You let me. I'm gonna let you find it. While you're looking, we have somebody in the green room. Somebody in the basement. Knock. Hello, sir. Good evening, my fine baby, sir. How are you?
Hello, greetings. What's going on? What's up, Charlie?
Long time no see, brother.
Same here, my man. Try to be like you when I grow up, sir. You know, I'm on location in an undisclosed library, so you know, there's nothing I can do about that. So hopefully, the librarian doesn't come after me.
I believe you're at a Whoopty freaking do library. Is that it? Correct?
Yes, I am at the Whoopty freaking do Memorial Library and Snack Bar. So you know, you can't go wrong with a snack bar. You got all of that. Hey, everybody, what's going on? And she is upstairs over here. She's like, hold on.
I see it's a hola.
What's up, everybody? Oh man.
Thank you for chiming in at your undisclosed, well, now disclosed location.
Well, yeah, they got to find the place first.
Shh. Not before I can get down there. I want to see the crib too.
Oh, nigga. No comment, bro. You know what? It's fine. Knock on the door. They found us.
They found us.
Mandalore.
It's over. Okay. It's over. Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
Pineapple, everyone, pineapple. Everybody screaming pineapple.
Oh my god.
See, Charlie, you dealt with me by myself. You got us, so you know you in trouble, bro.
Y'all not even do it. Is what I'm hearing.
we be trouble. All right, okay. You got your cover or your package?
Yeah, well, these are like a bunch of pin-up like posters or things like that he had made for a while back. And this is Lucifer, from what I understand. Lucifer's a woman in this story.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the holy war thing going on there that you'll see more of as time goes on. Here's another cover of Funny Enough the Child. He's a little bit older here again.
So dope.
He had a bunch of this stuff made a while back. So just that whole kind of duality of the holy war they have going on there, trying to get control of this child who is now God. Some of this stuff I'm trying to remember. It's just this pinup art. He's had this pinup art. He's been sitting on it for like years, but obviously he's not the internet individual, so he just never knows what to do with it. So this is like the actual war itself that was going on there.
God damn it! God damn it! Give us hot fire. Why? I don't. God.
Gosh darn a.
Gosh darn a. Yes.
It's coming though. It's in production now. I don't know what the time. I give him a call. I think he's funny enough. He's on the East Coast now for some family graduation stuff they had going on. But when he gets free, I'm gonna hit him up and be like, "Hey, bro, what's the timeline on this?" Because people are excited about Divine Influence. Because again, this is my favorite. Outside of anything that I have now created, this is my favorite book under Echelon. Personally, as a fan, because I was a fan of this even before I got involved in it.
I mean, between Reaper and Divine Influence. And what was the not Boomtown?
Blackmore.
Sorry?
Blackmore, is that what you're talking about?
Blackmore, thank you.
Yeah.
Boomtown? What the fuck is that? Those three books, the cliffhangers on all three of those so far is incredible. They're good cliffhangers. It's not a hollow cliffhanger. It's not like, of course you're gonna end it there. It's one of those. Ooh, I feel like you could have given me one more page. If you gave me one more page, I'd feel a little bit better about this cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. It definitely leaves you chomping at the bit. The opening for this series was crazy work.
Ethan killed this one. And funny enough, we talked about the sensitivity readers before. Ethan went through this book with a sensitivity reader. The other co-founder in this, I think Eater did the art for this, funny enough. Eater Messias, the guy I was talking about earlier, that did the variant cover for me, the guy that worked on the Black Panther 60th annual, he did this book as well.
He did this one, the interior too, or just the cover?
He did the interior for it, from what I'm saying. Yeah, he was the interior artist for this. And then our other homegirl, Veronica, she did the coloring for this.
God,
so if I wanted to see more what Eater has to offer here as far as his work goes, this is Eater in a nutshell. Eater is ridiculously talented, and this is like a younger Eater. Like this is like earlier on Eater. Eater now even crazier now with like him honing his craft now like years later.
Wow, all of the art in this is flawless. To me, it's flawless for an indie comic, for somebody that's not getting 10K in sales. All of the art in this is crazy. All of those books, the art is flawless for me. And I love that. I love that it for a lot of artists, it doesn't matter what the pay is. If you want to do something, if you love the thing that you're doing, it's not going to matter how much you're getting paid. You might need to draw a little faster, but outside of that, you're still going to have that same level of care and hopefully joy in what it is that you're doing at any level, whether you're doing it for a friend for free or you're drawing from one of the big two. And kudos on these stories, though.
Yeah, And this was the Oscarville I was mentioning earlier, as far as the Oscarville book. This is the cover. It's the A cover for it.
I saw this. Where did I see? Was this a Kickstarter?
No, I think you were just in the chat when I showed up.
If Oscarville.
If you're my well, no, I showed them on Tell stuff too.
Yep, so did. I'm so hyped for Oscarville. Yes, let's go.
It looks. Ooh. Wait a minute, I didn't see that cover. Wait a minute.
This is right up Laney's lane. This is literally right up yours and Laney's lane. Yes.
No, I'm looking at the shadow on the ground too. What's going on, homie? What's going on, girl? Girl, what's poking up out the ground? Honey? What's going on? Come up, I'm
excited about this one. I'm like 14 pages deep on this script, but I've been really taking my time with it because I've been. It's my biggest challenge so far as a writer. I feel like.
Dude, I told you before on my show, I am so ready to read Oscarville when you come out with this, because the covers pulled me in, especially that one cover with her outside the store, and the light comes up, and you got the shadow image on the ground, but you have this coming right up there, and I'm going, does the sidewalk have a pimple? What the hell is that?
What is that? Like, what are we doing?
Yo.
And funny enough, art for again, the artist for that particular cover, I'm blanking on his full name, but that was another recommendation from Midnight Comics. Like they have some amazing artists on their staff too. Because I made it a point to try to find Black artists to do parts of my books, and I always go to them because they're tapped in with all the great Black artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have some good people too, but they have some really talented people over there.
Shout out to Haikusifer. That's my girl over there.
Oh, she can burn
for real.
She can burn some art, bro.
And because you put it up there and now you piqued my interest, guess what we're talking about next? I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but when we go get Oscarville, honey?
That is a good question. So the is already like together. Because I was looking high and low to find the artist that I wanted to do for it, because it's horror. Horror is like my passion that I love working on. So I have the artist, the colorist, and the letterer for it all together, because they're like a trio of friends that tend to work together on the Echelon stuff. Our homeboy Luis, he has his homeboy Kleber, and I'm blanking on the young lady's name does the lettering for it, but they tend to like to work together. So whenever one person works on a project, we tend not to try to break them up, because they understand each other in regards to their communication as far as the creative team goes forward. So this is going to be the first time I have a book that's going to have, like, I guess, a legit creative team per se, that all have like worked with each other on multiple projects before. And I'm 14 pages through the current script. So whenever I finish the script up and I get my sensitivity readings for it, and I get the second, third draft, whatever together for it, hopefully I'll probably start production on it end of this summer, because I need to because I'm still finishing paying off the art for Reaper issue 2. So I just need to like recoup some funds real quick, stack some money up, and then go into the next issue into Oscarville with getting that knocked out. But it shouldn't take too long until it gets going, just because those three work like seamlessly together on projects. Even when we put them with other clients that we have books for, they knock stuff out quick.
I need you to hurry up. I need you to hurry up. Gentle pressure.
I thought about doing a Kickstarter for it, but I want to rush it just because we're doing the Kickstarter for the trade paperback for the Gambit now. And I don't want to be that dude that's like every month being like, hey, y'all, give me some more money. Like, I understand people's pockets are a little, like, I understand the economy we live in, so I want to space them out a little bit.
Hey, no, fuck that. No. You know what? You know why I call bullshit on that? Because everybody else put a book out every fucking month. It's just not the same people. Give me my shit. give me that main line. Don't be afraid. Just be consistent. That's all I'm asking for. That's all we need. Just say you're gonna be there. I know I'm not trying to fuck up your vibe. Do what you gotta do. Obviously, don't rush yourself. The process is processing. I'm just saying, if you done, pull the trigger, motherfucker. We'll figure out how to get you the money. You can do multiple payments on Kickstarter now. I'm gonna if everybody else doesn't know, I will let you know now. You ain't got to pay the whole bitch up front on some of these things. I'm currently paying. I'm in payment number 4 on my Midnight Comics omnibus. So I'm just saying, if you frog, you jump. That's That's it.
When I get it finished up here, because I want to get the entire 6 issues done over the summer. Like my goal is to lock in over the summer and just like get those 6, at least the first drafts done for all 6 of those. And at bare minimum, I'll try to get that first one. If I'm far enough in it, I'm gonna just wait this fire the Kickstarter up at that point and just say fuck it, we'll get it out there.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up about telling people how to do their thing. But I'm just saying I really want it. Okay. Last but not least, let's talk about. Where are you, Boo Cakes? I see. I don't know where you are. There. Let's talk about. Speaking of Kickstarters.
Echelon presents the Gambit for your boy.
Your baby is up and live right now. We've got a little over a month to go, and you're not asking for nothing crazy. You almost a quarter of the way there.
Yes.
We asking for 6K. We did 10K previously. All right. This is just a trade paperback. Tell me about this Kickstarter. Is it a compendium? No, it's not a compendium.
It's a trade.
Yes.
So this is our attempt just to get more of us out there, because I do understand that we are, at least for a lot of people, we're fresh to the space for a lot of people. It's been around since 2013, but again, Ethan does not social media very well, if at all. So we're very fresh to the space, and we understand that we have a lot of books that can be, options can be overwhelming for a lot of people in regards to that. So our goal is to just give people a taste of what we have to offer. So we are taking 5 of our flagship titles, Reaper, Blackmore, Slade and Ash, Briarlands, and Ipswich. Those are like our 5 big titles, and those vary from fantasy to action horror with my book to I guess more the sci-fi action stuff. You're looking at Briarlands, that's more similar to like an X-Men type of situation with like mutants or superpowered individuals, to the steampunk stuff for Blackmore. And we're giving the first issue of all those out in that particular book. So for people that want to learn more about what we have to offer, you'll get a little bit of taste of everything we have to offer in multiple different genres in this book, as well as you'll get 5 teaser pages for multiple projects that we have on the way out, because we have our own books that we're getting out there, but we have been blessed to have people that have come to us and trusted us with helping to get their own books made and published underneath us. So we have like 3 or 4 other books that we wrote and helped put together that we're going to have come out in the future as well. And 2 of those we're going to put in there, as well as one of our interns that work with us to help us get stuff done. Their webcomic, I'm sorry, I misgendered them for a second. Their webcomic is going to be in this as well. They were cool with us putting the webcomic in to help them get more notoriety around that as well. So you'll get a lot of bang for your buck in backing this book in particular. And it'll give you just a full circle taste of everything that we have to offer as a publication.
Okay, a sampler, if you will.
Yes. We plan to do one of these yearly is our goal, is to kind of have it be like a Shonen Jump style thing of like, because every year we're going to have a bunch of books coming out. So if you guys are not tapped in with other books that we have, we're like probably Divine Influence will more likely be on the one we do next year. It's books that we haven't like pushed out there as heavily. We're going to get those in the sampler mode with the next volume of the Gambit. So it's going to be a yearly drop more than likely.
Okay, so annual release pretty much.
Yeah, annual trade that'll have like the first issue of some books that we feel like I need to check out that we haven't promoted the best, because it's hard to promote 15 books at one time throughout the year.
Yeah, you don't.
Because we're starting to stack up on the IPs. I'll talk to Ethan the other day. I'm like, bro, we're trying to get a lot of books on our Echelon at this point. We got to start. It's going to be tough to pick what we want to push out there, because we love all the books, but we're going to start pushing some stuff out.
There's a question in the audience. Jazz Shepherd, her question is, what is your take on a white-led comic series by a Black creator and company, but has prominent POCs in the series?
It's the same. I mean, I don't think it's horrible. I think it can be done and done well if that writer and the creative team is doing the due diligence to make sure that it's being represented in the correct manner. Like I mentioned earlier with the sensitivity team and stuff, when me writing women characters, I think you can do the same thing. You've seen writers like Al Ewing with Absolute Green Lantern now, funny enough, that people enjoyed that. Or you've seen Kelly Thompson or Gail Simone do anything with Black characters. Like it's possible. You just have to be passionate about making sure you're representing that community and that whoever you're trying to represent in that story, making sure you're doing it in the correct manner, and not just don't ignore the ethnic backgrounds. Like, I think and we talked about it before, and some of the criticism with Todd McFarlane in regards to some writers not wanting the ethnic background of a character to distract from the story. But in reality, you are your ethnic background. That's how you were raised, how it makes who you are. So trying to take that from a character just makes the character generic in my mind, personally. Right. So the writers that are white are doing their due diligence. Maybe they're a white person that grew up around Black folks, or they have a lot of Black folks around them that can confide in to be sensitivity readings or whatever it may be. I think it can be done. It takes a lot of effort to do if you're not that.
I'll add something to that. There is something to that question. If we're talking about strictly about Black people and white people in America, Black people are inundated with white culture, white history, white media. All of that is centered. So it is a different experience of a Black person, I guess, trying to talk for or speak as if they're reaching out to a white audience, or trying to talk to a white audience as well. It's very easy for any culture or any ethnicity that lives in this country to emulate what's been promoted as or what's been centered as correct or proper in this country. So it's a lot easier for, I will say, us, the Black community, to hit notes for y'all compared to the majority and the centered ethnic group of this country to reach out and touch all of the other or any of the other ethnicities that are here in this country. I personally, I don't know how I would reach out to somebody of Asian descent, whether that's Indian, Pakistani, Chinese, Japanese. I would not know how to begin to write a character from that perspective. I would absolutely be talking to any and all people of Asian descent. Am I doing this correctly? Am I dishonoring anybody? Am I being absolutely politically incorrect? Am I diving too deep into a stereotype? When is the stereotype a joke that's funny to everybody? I don't want to do that. That is a minefield in my own head, because I am respecting other cultures. I am respecting other people. I have that intention whenever I in my mind, in my head, I have those intentions. I don't want to be wrong about this because my intentions are good, but my intentions don't mean shit if the end result is offensive. And then what do? I have to fucking apologize. Well, bitch, the shit's out the bag. You already said it. What are we gonna do?
I think there's going to be an understanding that you're never going to please everyone. No. And I think a personal thing for me, and this, I just changed it up, where I was getting my first tattoo, right? And I grew up watching WWE and seeing and loving like Polynesian wrestlers and their tattoos and how beautiful they are, because they go along with the curvature of the muscles and things of that nature. So in my mind, I wanted to kind of do a Polynesian or like Pacific Islander tattoo, but in that design, but like inspired by like my family, whatever it may be. But I do know that is inherently tied to their culture and their practices and whatnot. So I went around and like did some research and asked people that I knew of the culture, and I found that some elders were like, "Yeah, we love it because you are getting more of our culture and spreading it out there," and others were like, "No, that's our shit. Don't do that." So there's like, at some point, you're going to piss off somebody on both sides of the spectrum, because no culture is monolithic in nature. So it just comes down to the factor of, are you cool with pissing somebody off? So for me, I just said, you know what? I'll just do that tattoo for the people that are of that culture. I'm going to just do a whole different thing. I ended up going with a different design altogether. And I kind of feel a similar way with this, where you're writing, it could be a white man writing the blackest book possible that he could do. And you could please a lot of white folks, a lot of Black folks, but then you're going to have some that are going to feel like that representation was completely inaccurate based off of them, because Black folks in the South had different experiences from Black folks in the North versus the West Coast, Midwest, whatever it may be. So you can get as accurate and close as you can, but somebody's gonna not like it. Hell, even within Black stuff, I heard Black folks that didn't like Sinners. I don't know how, I don't know when, but there are people out there that are Black that feel like it's maybe inaccurate, or maybe it wasn't scary, whatever it may be.
I want to know what neighborhood they come in.
Okay, now everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I want to know what neighborhood they live.
They're entitled to their opinion.
I want to know if they prefer tapioca. I want to know these things.
Wait, let's talk about it. No, let's talk about this. There are people that don't have that experience, that don't have that history, and it's because of where they're from. It's because of the people that they're around. Their specific culture has taught them and exposed them differently compared to a lot of Black people across America. Doesn't mean that they are, right.
Especially if you ask them what their favorite movie is, and you find out that it is the most ultraviolet selection. Or
even then, I think some of the criticism that I heard was like a lot of it honestly revolved around Haley Steinfeld's character. I'm blanking on her name. Mary, I think Mary, Bird's her name.
Yeah.
It goes into that whole conversation around people, and I think I'm trying to remember exactly what this individual said, but it was a lot of like not wanting to villainize the lighter skills. Like they feel like colorism was involved in the whole idea of like this person who is Black, and they kind of live by the one drop rule of like, hey, this person wants to be in Black culture, they're around, but through the circumstances she couldn't be, and using her as like the villain into not really her being a villain per se, but like her being the vehicle that everything comes down in. Yeah. It's like vilifying her, even though like, yes, she presents as white, but she is Black in blood, and then she identifies with that as well. It's kind of that whole conversation. And I can understand that standpoint of that. But I do think the messaging that Coogler intended for that was something completely different, but people got what they got out of it. Out of your art, you never know what it's going to be. Now, do I think it's overblown? Not overblown. Do I think it's a little bit nitpicky? Yes, but everybody's entitled to their nitpick.
I low-key, I feel like I might be wrong. I feel like that might be his intention, just to spark that conversation. Well, how much, like, when do you accept Mary? And where do you draw the line? Like, are you going to be mad at Mary because she was a woman? Are you going to be mad at Mary because she was passing for white? Like, it brings up all of those different conversations. Just having her be that person, that catalyst into all of that. I wish people would dive deeper into those conversations, because that's some shit you got to fucking work the fuck out.
Cause she wanted to be Black as hell. Like, it's like she said in the movie, like, I didn't want to go marry a white man. You made me go do that. I wanted to be here with y'all. And she's navigating that space comfortable. Everybody knows who she is. Everybody loves her, and she's chilling. But she was
an octoroon, and it's not like she had a choice in how she came out. She didn't have a choice or decision, but she did have a choice of who she wanted to connect with and vibe with and be around, because that was where she felt most at home and most accepted. And for some people, they look at it from a skin tone point of view without realizing there's a lot more under the surface than what's on top. What's in the content of their character and their soul? What are they feeling? What are they vibing with? And those who saw the movie understood that. And we have people that we know that can pass for being white, but they're not. And they're being ostracized because those who want to say Black power all the time, yeah, but there were people who did not have a choice in how they were brought into this world. So you can't just throw them away because you don't approve. And if that's the case, then again, there's a lot of conversation to be had.
It's a very uncomfortable conversation. I don't think enough of us as a community are either ready to have or want to have a genuine conversation about it to get through and or past it, because let me tell you, it's very much giving you are taking on your oppressor's form of oppression. But I don't want to get too political, because y'all know how I can. I don't want to go into that, because that's not what we're here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is why you come to Room Full of Blerds, for all the shit no one else talks about. Thank you.
We talk about subtext, ladies and gentlemen. We like
we got substacks under substacks.
Very much so. All right. I'm going to take a break because I like to do promotion for my fellow podcasters. If you guys don't mind, sit back, relax. If you're new here, get to know some of the family. And here you go.
Our Maximus drops the mic like Thor's hammer, boom, chasing M40, scheming plots in the writer's room. Lord Trey, I stitches through his threads of the loom. Pop culture dissected, every panel consumed. Comics, anime, films on rewind. Deep dives, we leave no frame behind.
Like the story of Dracula, or at least his origin story, as a tragedy.
We take you inside. Super breakdown, it's one wild ride. X-ray the pixels, every Easter egg exposed. Marvel the DC where the fandom explodes. From Akira to Gotham, the saga unfolds.
Oh,
That's hard. That was hard.
it was, but for whatever reason, it decided to cut off in the middle of it. I don't know how to fast forward through it. All right, well here we go again. If you liked it the first time, here's the second time.
Our Maximus drops the mic like Thor's hammer, boom, chasing M40, scheming plots in the writer's room. Lord Trios stitches through his threads of the loom. Pop culture dissected, every panel consumed. Comics, anime, films on rewind. Deep dives, we leave no frame behind.
Like the story of Dracula, or at least his origin story, as a tragedy.
We take you inside. Super breakdown, it's one wild ride. X-ray the pixels, every Easter egg exposed. Marvel the DC where the fandom explodes. From Akira to Gotham, the saga unfolds. With the narrators of myths.
Oh my god.
Wow, holy shit, shapeshifter.
Office wars, we
The
dig for the
shapeshifter.
gems. Open the doors, it's a super breakdown. We're cracking the code.
Let's touch on Blackheart real quick. We just some shit in here.
From the pages to the screen, we take you inside. Super breakdown, it's one wild ride.
What? Yeah. What? I understand I got a lot on my mind.
With these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or death star. So far removed from the drama, we don't know this harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary Band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blerd's Eye View. And without further ado, we out.
Hi, welcome back. So ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about the podcast family, you got about 4 more podcasts that you guys can sign up for. Please make sure you like, follow, and share. Run it back if you missed all of the dates and times that everybody is available on these internet streets. Speaking of which, Charlie,
Yes, ma'am.
talk to us about your podcast, sir. Where can people find you, and what are you thinking about and on, sir?
Yeah, how can I be like you when I grow up?
Content wise, I do most of my content on my YouTube channel, Captain Diesel's Dojo. You guys type in Cap Diesel 24 in like the little search bar. That's like the little app for YouTube. It'll go straight to there. That's where you'll get like my daily uploads. So I have 2 streams throughout the week that I do on Tuesdays and Sundays. Tuesdays is Captain's Lounge, where I get into more pop culture stuff and relation to the nerd sphere. And then Sundays is Everything Comics, where myself, Dr. Corey Knight, and then sometimes you'll see Ernie Blerd Without Fear or JP Number pop in and now, depending on what their availabilities are. And we'll get into Everything Comics, which I think we're doing tonight in like 10 minutes. No, you're fine. You're fine. We got time. And in regards to other podcasts, the Then and Out podcast is the podcast that I have been doing for almost like 6 years with Ethan Murphy, the other co-founder of Echelon, or the other founder of Echelon Graphic Novels and co-owner, and Otis East, Otis from Blerd. We all three have been doing a podcast for years now. It's just a matter of how consistently we can actually do that. But there's literally like 5 years of backlogs of episodes and different things y'all can go look at if you want to check that out as we try to get our lives together to do more consistent stuff coming out in the future, because we've just been sidetracked between Otis doing Blerd stuff and getting ready for LerdCon with Blerd, where they're getting their first con off the ground in September, to stuff at Echelon. Life has just been lifing lately. So the Then and Out podcast has been all over the place. But for me, consistently, the Captain Diesel's Dojos, which you guys will see me on.
What was the name of the second podcast because you don't promote it? What?
The Then and Out podcast is the second one.
Then and Out podcast?
The Then and Out podcast, yeah.
Okay, got you. Oh, congratulations.
Are you pulling up? I will see you there. I know Echelon will be at LoreCon too, by the way.
So let me tell you, I have been impressed with the presentation that they have told me about this, and I already know who's behind this and everything. I'm like, I want to be there. I want to be there. I'm like, guys, it's so dope. There's a QR code. Go check it out information-wise.
They're cooking.
Who's behind LoreCon?
Blerd. That's Blerd's con. That's the first con.
Yeah, as in the shirt that you wear from time to time, you know, and the brand that we endorse of all the time, you know.
I love him. I did not know that. I don't know why I didn't know that. I've seen it, but for whatever reason, I didn't. It was not clicking.
Yeah,
that's the first time. We'll be there. We'll have a booth there. I think B and Ernie are going to be doing a panel. I'm doing a panel for sure. One panel for sure with Ernie, and I think I may be doing two more. I know Dr. Kaori Nash will be doing her own panel for, I think, women in anime. I can't remember whatever. It was women centered. I can't remember what the exact topic was. She's done it before at different cons. But we all gonna be there.
Where's it at?
In Raleigh, North Carolina, I believe.
Yep, it's in Raleigh, Kakalaki.
Yeah.
Offhand.
September 26th or 21st through the 24th, maybe. I know it's like September 20th ish in that realm of things.
It's a few weeks after Dragon. That I do remember.
Okay. Run it back. They told you all the details. Look it up. Go to the. Do they have IG, Twitter handles?
Yes, at LoreCon or Lore Convention.
Okay.
Just look up at Lore Convention, or if you're here, you can screenshot this QR code and check it out,
or just scan it with your phone right now.
There we go. We all about the homies. Let's go.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can actually do. Hold on. Go in a little bit. There we go. Hey, look at what.
We are about enabling here, ladies.
Yes, very much so. September 26th and 27th. Get your tickets. Quanto es la however you say tickets in Spanish.
Or go to loreconvention.com.
Yes.
They are across social media at Lore Convention. Quite simple. They've been pushing it really heavy on Instagram and across Facebook. So this will be a time.
I will give you all the prices right now. You want the early bird special. Only has 67 tickets remaining. That's for the entire weekend. That is currently $45. $45 for the whole 2 days. If you want to pick one day over the other, each day is $35. If you want to be the VIP, that is $100. There's only 75 of those tickets remaining. If you want to be a founding VIP member, $100. $100.
Your favorite content creators are going to be there. I know that Rel pulled up on Corey at Momo this weekend, so he talked about trying to get Corey out to LoreCon. We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
he's making the attempt.
Momo was a bop this weekend. Let me tell you, Momo was a bop.
I was broken working, so I couldn't make it out there. I wish I could have made it out there.
Why don't you just go listen? Okay, now listen, look.
You're having the same conversation I've had with a bunch of different creators this weekend, so I already know where you're going to go with this.
I know you need to start filing for as presser or what is it, a guest or something like
Content,
that.
Yeah.
I could have got in free. It's one, I'm not going to trust myself to not buy everything on the vendor floor, and then two, I also doing stuff at work. It's like the busiest comedy year for me at work, so I've been busy knocking that stuff out. But
got you. Yeah. I apologize for not minding my black ass business. Look at that. Okay. Really quickly, please tell folks where they can find you on the internet so that they don't have to run this thing back 1,800 times in order to get your stuff. I'm gonna put you forward.
So for me on pretty much most platforms, YouTube and Instagram included, at capdiesel24, CAPDIESEL24. You'll find me on most platforms, and in regards, that's pretty much it for the most part. I was lucky where I could get like the same app for like 90% of my stuff.
Okay.
So at capdiesel24, and then also echelongraphicnovels.com is the website. And literally, if you just type in Echelon Graphic Novels online, it'll be like the first thing you pops up. So you guys can find the website there where the books will be, where you guys get the books from printed on demand, as well as posters there and other stuff if you want to check out as far as Echelon goes. But the big thing as far as the Echelon side of things right now is the Kickstarter. If you go on the Kickstarter, there's literally just type in Echelon and Kickstarter. It'll pop up there. It'll be the first thing that pops up. We're trying. I think we have a little bit over, I think like 33 days left on the campaign, and we getting it close. We getting there. The goal is to hopefully meet that goal, because that's going to help pay for production for other books like Divine Influence that we have on the way, as well as helping us get the funds together to make appearances at different cons and get books actually printed out. So it's a lot of just like expenses for production cost for the most part is what that book's going to fund for that for that campaign.
All right, and y'all know how I do. Screenshot this motherfucker at the bottom of your screen, put it in your photos, and then you can click the link, copy or paste it, whatever you want to do in order to bookmark the Kickstarter for yourselves. Okay? Don't make me don't make me come find you. Don't embarrass me. Run this Kickstarter up, please. Very much thank you. It's well deserved. You're getting a smorgasbord of the Echelon Comics library all in one spot. This will actually also help them make more books. We know how we do. We don't want to just help it get funded. We want them to exceed funding, please, ladies and gentlemen. So even if you see it in like 30 days and you see it's funded, I don't give a fuck. Run that bitch up.
You see who's here, right?
Please. Sorry, I was running my mouth. You know how I am. Very focused. I'm so sorry.
And she slides back out of it. She slides out of the frame.
I'm so sorry. No, I saw she left, but I like a sight. My sister.
Now she's going back to her monitoring station upstairs.
Good Lord. Cap, I know I'm only giving you 2 minutes to spare, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. You are a mensch. You are absolutely an incredible writer. I'm so glad that Ethan and Yall and Otis found each other in order to create Echelon Graphic Novels. I'm so glad that you are providing a space for independent comic book creators to bring their comic book babies to life. I would love to have you come back on the show and bring family as well. Anybody and everybody that is a part of the Echelon group, or anybody else that you see fit. I don't care. Please let me let you go because you have now 1 minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop right in here. But again, thank y'all so much for having me on. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you for everything that you do within the community. Moncel, you already know how I get about you. I'll get everybody else on. Literally, Ethan would have been here if he wasn't in the other side of the country for family stuff.
No worries. No worries at all. No worries.
And Otis just don't sleep, so I'll find Otis somewhere. I don't know. He's in a ditch somewhere.
All right. We'll be in touch. We'll talk. And I'll keep on top of the Kickstarter for y'all. Make sure these numbers get up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much.
No problem. Have a good night. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Hi.
Let me go get my power cord. My shit's about to die.
That's cool beans. Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot to talk to him about the basketballs.
Oh,
God damn it. God damn it.
Oh my
I wanted to talk to him about the sports balls. Y'all know how I get. I never talk about the sports ball, but I finally found somebody that I trusted to talk about the sports ball with, and is quite knowledgeable. Lord. Fantastic guest. This is one of the better conversations that we always have a good goddamn time. That goes without saying. But I feel like we had a lot of gems drop this evening. This was a good show. This was a good one. I really like that. I promise. I'm waiting for Navy to get back. He's plugging in his his old Bessie. Oh, there's another surprise. Whoopty. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hey, friend. How are?
Hold on, I gotta pick up my.
Hey, friend. How are you? How's MomoCon? We're not. This is not Navy Montel.
This is not Navy Montel. MomoCon was amazing. Oh, we're still live. Yes. Keep talking. You
No, you're here. What you mean? Oh, we're still live. Of course, we're still live. I didn't do my son off for nothing. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whoopty freaking Do Show. I love the fact that she popped in because we have lots of conversations. Did you see Mandalorian and Grogu yet?
Tomorrow at 7:35 p.m.
We're gonna go see it at the same time. We're gonna go see it at the same time. Let's go!
I'm excited.
Hold on, Spartan, go to hell. But outside of that, I'm so excited. What are your expectations?
I want a decent wrap up to the story that we've been working on so far.
Okay.
And maybe a lovely segue into something that doesn't involve a Skywalker, Tatooine, Coruscant, or anyone named Palpatine. That's all I want. It's a huge galaxy.
It is.
I'd like to get into some of it.
Quads. I don't know what the fuck to go into. I know Grogu gonna be cute. I know they're gonna be shoot 'em ups. And I have not seen hide nor hair of anything that is, aside from Grogu, that is force sensitive. Now that I'm thinking about it, in those trailers,
they had the popcorn buckets and stuff like that at MomoCon.
Mm-hmm.
They were ridiculously priced, but they had them.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait till tomorrow at 7:45 p.m.
Approximately 7:30. 7:30 for me. Yeah. But I guess after all the trailers and stuff, probably 8.
So that's what I'm looking forward to for tomorrow.
Can't wait. Well, shit. I'm gonna plug myself. I'm going to let everybody out there know on Monday. It might be a late stream. I'm probably gonna find. Stay there. Stay there. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't fall. Please don't break. I'm gonna be finishing my Lady Bird. I'm gonna finally finish. This shit is heavy.
I saw some beautiful figurines and toys and sculptures at MomoCon. And listen, I'm gonna act like you're not even holding that, because if I get into Legos, I will blame you. I can be a little obsessive, as we already know. Not to mention, there's a whole stack of them right here that I don't have space for.
Hey, guess what I don't have space for? Where the fuck am I going to put this bitch? I have no idea where the hell.
It needs to be something like right behind you, like on a shelf.
I look at this is, I cannot mount this on a wall. I actually can't mount this on my wall.
We'll figure it out.
Who's we? You coming up here?
Listen, I told you in the chat, come through.
That's not helping me up here.
Well,
wait, hold on. Wait, don't fall. Please don't fall.
Is Kitty doing something?
No.
Look, it's a tiny Grogu.
That's what I was showing you. It's Mando and it's Grogu.
It's so cute. I can't wait.
I have to put this. I also have to add this onto this bit. On like what? How? Where am I putting
Listen, it? Impulse gets you cute things. We don't always know what to do with them, but it will get you cute things.
I would have rather had a dress.
I don't know if you can see that. But
oh, the baby! Oh, it's real. Oh,
yeah, there were little props at the show this weekend. Grogu and a Babu Freak.
I'm not with the Babu Freak. Babu Freak be annoying me.
You know who Bubble Freak looks like to me? You remember the shrimp from the Muppet Show?
Yeah, I'm not with the shrimp. I didn't like him.
He looks like the shrimp.
Yeah, I know. You can have him. I'm glad you got him.
No, I didn't get him. I didn't buy. I only bought 2 comics.
She did
2 comics. A print.
How?
A set of horns. That's it. That's all I bought.
A set of horns?
Mm-hmm. I buy a set of horns every time I go.
Yes.
Horns.
Set of resin horns. Yes.
Horns.
Yeah, horns.
Yeah,
Let me show them to you. I'm sweet.
Okay.
It's like horns. It's horns. Yeah, horns.
Horns, y'all? Who buys horns? What?
Hi, I'm not as beautiful as Whoopty, but you know.
But you are fully bearded.
Yes, that's shit.
Oh, quick story time. So,
is there such a thing?
yes. I was walking down a New York City street. I saw somebody that had a cardboard sign spray painted up that says, "Hey, we're selling Banksies," and so I bought a Banksy.
There they are.
Okay. What? Okay. Are you into things?
She said, "Are you into things?" I'm gonna turn the camera back over here. Hi, welcome to Room Full of Blerds. Hello.
Hello.
Sometimes our camera people tend to be a bit too rambunctious. It's perfectly fine.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, it's so wonderful.
We talk about dirty things.
Yeah, that's one thing.
I was conservative in my spending this time.
We were both very conservative in our spending this time. I actually only bought one thing, which was an independent comic.
Are y'all okay? Okay, no, this is a sign of the economy.
No. It's that and the economy, and also the fact that, one, she has things to do, and I got a trip coming up later this week to go see my daughter.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, fuck, yes, right. Yeah. We do curse in here.
My bad. I tried not to.
And Whoopty wore my Cowboy Bebop shirt. I should have brought with me.
No, this is mine.
No, it's I
had it first.
My shirt is at home, and I know you're gonna wear that. I would have brought mine as well, but don't see what I got to deal with this. See, this is what happens when she's your hostess.
I mean, then I feel like it's her shirt. Then if you at her house, if she was wearing your shirt at your house, then it would be your shirt.
No, it would still be her shirt. There's nothing I can do about that.
Okay, well then, so what are we doing here?
Semantics, okay, it's all semantics.
Wait, Tafari wants to know if she found her sweetbread.
Oh, hey, Tafari, did you find your sweetbread?
Yes.
And that's the end of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, everybody's got their own thing.
Found it 3 for $10. Yep, they were, and there was what, 2 vendors that were selling it.
Yeah, but I always look for the one with that guy with the 3 for $10.
Yeah, the 3 for $10. Yeah, because I get those at home too, so I was happy that they're there. Momo was a bop, without a doubt. It was a lot of fun, and
I heard it was bigger this year.
It was, in the sense that they did not do what they normally did at last year, since it was my first. It just came in the face. It's fine.
She weird. She being weird.
Last year when I went, which was my first MomoCon, they put everything in the same space.
Right.
This year they didn't. They actually separated gaming into another building. So it was huge. Huge to the point where if you ever saw how they had it laid out. Now, mind you, I do have a few critiques, but they're constructive critiques. And I'm going to do that in my YouTube video. MomoCon was, like I always do with any of the conventions. I'm behind on 3 other videos right now. But I enjoy Momo because I saw a lot of our folks, a lot of our mutuals. I actually had people come up to me who follow me that they were
ecstatic.
They were, and it's so weird for me because I'm so used to elevating and encouraging everyone else, only to have that come back to me. I understand where y'all are coming from with that because it's humbling, but it's like I didn't do this because I was expecting anything. I did it because I was that kid.
Right.
I was that awkward teenager,
right.
And even awkward adult to a certain point.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. I got to see a lot of folks that I know substantial. I got to see Mega Ran again. I was happy to see him.
Oh, the Grammy Award winning Mega Ran.
Yes.
Yes. Congrats.
Yes. Got to see him. Got to see my man AJ Beckles. We chopped it up for a little bit. That was awesome to see him. I told him congratulations to him and Aniris getting their place and getting married and everything.
Isn't he working on a new show?
Yes, he couldn't say a whole lot, but
Okay.
yes. But yes, I didn't go deep into it because that was more of someone seeing someone that I knew. I was not going to delve deep into that.
Okay.
Got to meet some incredible cosplayers, incredible creators, and I'm going to be chatting with Lady Mandalore about some of these folks. And even though we did not get to meet Corey Kenshin, I do have a wristband for you from his booth, Monsters We Make, and it is a MomoCon exclusive. So that is for you.
I need.
Say it.
I want to get him on the show. The odds of that ever fucking happening are as astronomical as him doing back-to-back streams for 2 weeks.
I don't know about that, and I'll say this: his booth was thick, but everyone that I knew who saw him at a restaurant, he was very engaging. He was not surrounded by people. He took pictures and he talked. He's very engaging when you get him away from all the other crazy ass people, the underage people. Get them away, okay?
It's not that I think that he isn't. I don't think he has time. I don't think he barely has time to do his own shit.
Yeah,
based on this,
this was his first con, if I'm not mistaken. I heard someone say this was his first con.
If he sat sit at a con, to panel at it, or not panel, but you know what I mean, be a guest or whatever.
Yeah,
I think that sounds right, but I think he's gone to cons before. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly in what context, but honestly, I glanced him. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's Corey." You know me, I'm not big on that. It's like, "Oh my gosh, it's so." No, I'm not like that at all. But it was good to see him. He got the love. People really appreciated his booth was thick all the time.
I mean, yes, it was.
Yeah, he just goes now as a vendor versus
as a guest. Yeah. So maybe this was his first as a vendor.
Okay.
He's gonna have to. You want to put these goddamn books, get these books in hands, like Charlie was talking about. You got to put your ass on the corner. He didn't say it like that. I'm saying it like that. But you got to walk these streets.
That is a euphemism from Lady Mandalore, y'all.
Yes.
It's straight up euphemism.
Walk these streets, hoes. Euphemism.
Get to moving. But this was actually overall a really good time. Got a lot of content. Got to chat with a lot of people. And I'll be chatting with you. So some of the folks I think will be fantastic guests on your show, as well as on my show.
Okay.
Including an animator who is currently working on King of the Hill and a few other shows.
I'm sorry?
She is a black animator. Her name is Brianna Navicus, and she has created something called 3 Tomes, and she is launching a Kickstarter.
Oh, we like that.
It is an animation, and when I tell you this is amazing. She was a sweetheart. Actually met her by accident. She was outside the media room, her and her husband, and we chatted her up.
The cover looks familiar, and the title looks familiar. I feel like it's done numbers on YouTube.
Yeah, because she says she has an animatic. Her pilot is on YouTube. Under
right now, hold on.
At Brianimator, which is actually a really cool name, Brianimator. She was a sweetheart. She was an absolute sweetheart. She chopped it up with Nicole and I for a good while.
I'm gonna look. Reanimator. Doop and a boop and a bop. Oh, a vampire romance. Wait a minute. Wait. Pause. Hello. 7 months ago. Okay. Let me see. Okay. All right. indie animatic. Okay. Everybody, go to the thing. Go to the thing.
Go to the thing.
Go to the thing. Bree animator. Oh, this is cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching the animatic.
She is more than happy to be on the show.
I would be more than happy to have her.
So I'm going to reach out to her and we'll see if we make it work. This is the time for animators, comic book creators, whether they're writers, artists. This is their time to shine. And if we can use our platforms to spotlight that, I'm all for
it. This is cute.
Right?
This is cute. I'm not going to show it to y'all because y'all folks.
Y'all need to go and see it for yourself and support the creator.
Give her likes, give her the subscribes, which I almost forgot to do because I'm out here talking to y'all. And
the hypes.
And the hypings. I be forgetting. I forget about the hypes. I do. I'm not going to hold you. I forget to give the damn hypes. So, if you thought the damn hypes, if you guys enjoyed this episode, or you want to, you're there already. Thank you, Rev. Or if there are any episodes in particular that are your favorites, please run them motherfuckers the fuck on up. Hype a bit.
Run them.
All right. You know what time it is. It's time for me to spread the love. If you want to get your hands on some independent comics, you know what I'm about to do. Please go ahead and check out midnightcomics.org. Would you like 20% off of whatever's in your cart at the moment or at the time or in the future? Type in code RFOB for 20% off at checkout. Another independent comic website that you can go to, creator, is kingbullcomics.com. Use code BLERD with an exclamation point for 30%. I will say it every time. For 30% off at checkout. This is Josh Bullock's new website, formerly known as Monarch's comic.com. This is his new website. Please make sure you replace your bookmarks if you have not done so already. If you haven't bookmarked, if you don't have them bookmark it, okay? To do that, and then last but not least, we have the #1 Blerd box in the world, OtakuNoir.com. If you would like free shipping, code RFOB. Please use that. The link for all of these lovely wares and such are in the description below. If it's not there right now, give me like 5 minutes. Relax. I'll put the link in it after I finish here tonight. I apologize.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Please go ahead and bookmark all of these lovely sites so that you can stay on top of the most up-to-date things that they have to offer. And we already went through a few of them tonight. If you were here for the commercial break, please make sure you tune in for the Blerd's Eye View podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about all things blerdy and nerdy, whether that be a book, comic, or otherwise, TV and movie, the shows, and some of your favorite musical artists. Another in our field of view is How the Frack We Got Here by Black Spartan. He does his political podcast on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He talks about politics in a digestible manner, even though nobody likes to eat shit. But if you want to bypass that, he's got a second show for you. It is called the Get Bit Podcast, where he talks about more nerdy things. He gets into the tech, comic, movies, TVs aspect of all things nerdy and blerdy. And that's it for tonight, folks. I've kept y'all here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. I appreciate everybody that stuck around. I appreciate everybody that conversated. Y'all know how I love engagements.
Sorry for being so late, y'all. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Nobody. All right, they know. They still showed up. Look at that. It's crazy. It's wild. And they were happy to have you when you did. It did not matter, sir. Plus, you're on location in lovely Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm in the Whoopty freaking do Library of Congress.
In the palatial estate of the Whoopty freaking do.
Very much so.
Palatial.
Which you'll be here soon one day.
Someday.
Y'all, we're gonna do a Kickstarter. We're gonna create a Kickstarter for
No.
Lady Mandalore's travel
Nobody said
fund.
that.
That's
Nobody
what we're
said
gonna
that.
do.
Nobody said that.
We're gonna do that.
I
So
got. I
that
still.
way she has no excuses. We're gonna do we're gonna do a GoFundMe. Okay, we're gonna ensure that in some way, shape, or form, this incredible lady can come hang out with us.
I know. I'm gonna do it. It'll happen. It'll happen. Stop pressuring me. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Next week, we are going to have possibly 2 special guests on. One is going to be Vince, the host and creator of the new Blerd Order. And we are also going to have the founder of Off Black. Sorry, I've got an itch on my leg and it's killing me. Off Black magazine.
Oh, my boy's gonna be on here. Let's go.
Yes. We're going to have all of them on. It's going to be a rip-roaring goddamn good time. I cannot promise you that this will be a less than 3-hour show next week. It is, everybody likes to talk. Everybody likes to talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3 hours. Yeah,
I'm just letting you know in advance. Buckle up, buttercups. We gonna be talking. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out the Echelon presents the Gambit Volume 1 Kickstarter. Please run up those numbers. The books deserve it. These are excellent fucking books. And shout out to Cap Diesel. Go check out his podcast on his Instagram as well at CapDiesel24. And with that, y'all, Lady Mandalore, bid you adieu.
Bye.
Bonsoir. Night. Bye.